Welcome once again, guys. We are still looking at transformation of equality. In today's lesson, we are talking about multiplication property of equality and the division property of equality. In our previous lesson, we realized that an algebraic equation is an equation with two sides, that is the left-hand side and the right-hand side, which is separated by an equality sign. Then the multiplication property of equation then states that if both sides of that equation is multiplied by the same number, the expressions on the both sides of the equation remain equal to each other. This can be expressed as if A is equal to B, then A times C equals to B times C. That is, A times C will give me AC and B times C will give me BC. The equality is still or will still remain true. For example, if Lisa and Tina is given an equal amount of money, say 300 Ghana cedi each, then the two decide to multiply their money by 3. That is 300 times 3 equals to 300 times 3. What will be their result? 300 times 3 gives me 900, which is equal to 900, meaning that if both sides multiply their money by 3, they end up having the same amount of money. So we are going to use that knowledge in solving for x. Alright, so as the property states, if x over 4 is equal to 5, then for us to find x, we need to eliminate the denominator over here so that x can stand alone. So applying the multiplication property of equality, let's look for a number that when we multiply by this fraction, this 4 can be eliminated, and that number can be 4. So I multiply the left-hand side by 4 and do the same to the right-hand side as the property states. This gives me 4 going into this, making x times 1, which is equal to 5 times 4, giving me 20. Hence, x is equal to 20. We have used this property in finding x. Now let's check whether it is really true that x is equal to 0. For us to do that, we are substituting this into the initial equation. That is, instead of s, I'm replacing x with 0, since s is equal to 0, all over the 4, which is equal to 5. 4 goes into 25 times, which is equal to 5. So you realize that both sides of the equation remain the same. That is, the equality is still true. Now let's go to the division property of equality, which also states that if both sides of an equation is divided by a common real number that is not equal to 0, the quotient remains equal to each other. The quotient here means that if you divide two numbers, the result is called the quotient. This can also be expressed as if A is equal to B and C is not equal to 0, then A divided by C is equal to B divided by C. Let's find out how true this is. So here I have 50 equals 30 plus 20. I'm going to divide the left-hand side and the right-hand side by a common real number which is not equal to 0. So 50 divided by 10, I pick 10, which is equal to 30 plus 20 divided by 10 as well. 10 goes into 50 5 times, which is equal to 30 plus 20 gives me 50 over 10, right? So 5 is equal to 10 goes into 50, giving me 5. So you can see clearly that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, because the same value was divided from the left hand side and the right hand side. Now let's look at the next example, which says 2 over 3 equals to 4 over 6. So likewise, I am dividing this equation by a common number that is not equal to 0. So looking at this, I'm dividing it by 1 over 3, which is equal to 4 over 6 divided by 1 over 3. All right? So for us to get our answer, this operation needs to be changed or converted to the multiplication operation. So to do this, this will give me 2 over 3 times then 3 over 1, since we are changing the division to multiplication. So it's going to affect the order of the fraction. We do the same here. 4 over 6 times 3 over 1. 2 times 3 gives me 6. 3 times 1 also gives me 3. 4 times 3 will give me 12. 6 times 1 also gives me 6. Hence, 6 divided by 3 will give me 2. And 12 divided by 6 will also give me 2. So you realize that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side if the both side of the equation is divided by the same number. So going forward, we'll be solving more examples on multiplication property of equality and the division property of equality. I would like you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel.